He's nominated for the 2022 Walter Payton Man of the Year.
There he is.
He's on your 49ers.
That is true.
Let's welcome him.
Arik Armstead, what's going on, buddy? How are you, man?
Dramatic pause.
What's going on?
Nothing, man.
Good to see it's early here, huh?
Yeah, it's going to be a good day, though.
Good day. Now, when you guys are that close, and you see your boys are battling, do you even care about the Super Bowl? I've seen players on the Niners say, I don't even care who wins.
Yeah, when you're that close, it is a weird experience, being here and knowing that, you could have easily been on the other side playing. But, much respect to both teams, much respect to the Eagles. They have some good guys on their team. So, personally, it's no hard feelings or nothing on my side. They got some good players. So, much respect to them, and, I'm sure it'll be a good game.
Yesterday, Christian McCaffrey said, even looking at the signs, it's aggravating because you're like, it should be Chiefs-Niners. Do you look at that stuff like, man, it could be us? Yeah,
it definitely could have been, but that's how life works sometimes. Things don't go your way. Every quarterback on your roster gets hurt, and it's tough to win a football game when you can't throw the ball. So we feel like we didn't even really have a chance to. I know the Eagles have a good team, and I'm not saying that it was an automatic win or anything, but.
Sort of was. Let's be honest. Like, honestly, as a fan, I'm sitting there saying, like, look at these guys. My Niners, you have your quarterback who doesn't have an arm is in there simply because you have no other option.
Yeah.
Hard to win.
Yeah, it's tough. Tough to win that way, but, it is what it is, and all we can do is control what we can control. So,
Arik, speaking of the signage and all the hoopla here for Super Bowl, I get mad if someone tags me in a bad picture on social media. I do. I'm like, why would they do that? I'm insulted. When you see pictures of you on signs and at the stadium or just on social media, do you care about those things at all?
I mean, if they're bad, like
you want it to look good.
Like everyone, you know how things are supposed to look. So it's like, why would you post that? But nah, they usually do a good job. It's nothing too crazy, but sometimes every now and then you like, man, I look crazy in that picture. Like, why would y'all take that?
Are you a good Instagram hubby or what? Are you good at taking family photos, pictures of your beautiful wife?
I'm working on it. I try to get all the angles. I'm tall, so I can get the downward angle, or I can get on one knee and get the up.
Speaking of your family, congratulations, right? You have a new baby?
Yeah.
Two kids, right?
Yeah, I got 2 daughters. My oldest, Amiri, just turned 2 Sunday. And then my second, Ayla, she is 8 months. So.
How crazy does that get for you? I mean, you have crazy responsibility, to stay in shape, to know the plays for the games, but you got to be dad at the same time.
Yeah, it's for me, it's it's definitely tough because I want to be focused on football and my job, but also I want to be a family man and be around for my kids, and so it's hard.
How do you watch tape when you got to watch Bluey and everything else?
You're watching Daniel Tiger, right? and on one TV.
No, I definitely know all the Paw Patrol and Doc. They got a new show, Doc McStuffins.
Oh, yeah. Doc McStuffins. Yeah. I like Doc McStuffins.
Yeah, Doc McStuffins is good, but just being in Temple with my time. When I do have it with him, and even if it's a shorter period of time, just making sure that I'm in Temple when I'm present and I'm there with them.
All I'm getting out of that, Rich, is when he's getting fired up for the game, he's singing the Doc McStuffins too.
Yeah,
the song in his head.
Now, when you see what it's like, you're living the dad life, and you're a standout star player in the NFL. Is it crazy to think that Tom Brady did it for that long? Like when you think, can you imagine being 45 still doing it?
Yeah, I'm 29 now, and that would be crazy.
Right.
And it's never been seen before, and it's just a testament to him and his dedication, his regimen, taking care of his body, and everything that goes into being playing at a high level for that long. It's really wild.
When you see D'Amico Ryans move along, does that upset you? You happy for him? Is it mixed emotions? Did the guys start talking like, man, we're going to miss him? Or what's that vibe like?
Definitely happy for him. We know in this league, if you do well, people are going to want you.
Mm-hmm.
And he's done a great job for us. And he's been, super sought after for, going on, a couple years now. And so we knew it was coming. It just needed to be the right situation for him, and we're extremely happy and excited for him, and I know he's going to do amazing things.
Arik, what about your boys on the team? Is it bittersweet when, every offseason you may lose one of your good friends and teammates that just moves on to a different team? Is that something that every player just sort of deals with?
Yeah, you just deal with that, and you're happy for guys because they're going to better situations most of the times and changing their families' lives. Guys are doing amazing things and getting rewarded for that.
Speaking of, how crazy does that get? Do you know all the players on your team? Do you know their names, like special teams, and the fact people come and go all the time? Do you know all their names?
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I know everyone.
Yeah.
Especially after we get our official roster and stuff, and you get a little bit of time to spend more time with everyone in the locker room. Yeah, definitely.
Is it a new player's job to come to you and introduce himself, or you as a guy who's been there? Do you introduce yourself?
I think it's mutual. I mean, that's the type of guy I am anyway. But I think our culture is inviting everyone. I mean, I feel like everyone is equal. Just because I might have more of a status in the league or on the team, it doesn't mean I'm any different than any other guy.
I saw the linebackers. There was an NFL mic'd up, and your linebackers were all huddled up during the Eagles game. And you think you could keep that core together, or you think someone's got to go?
It'll be tough to keep all three. I think Fred's under contract, Dre's under contract. I think Aziz is a guy who's going to go somewhere else and be a starter and have an amazing role and career and take that next leap in his career. So I'm excited for him and excited to see that.
You're a lifelong 49er. And yesterday, Christian McCaffrey was saying how when he came to the team, you guys took him in, but not only you guys, the wives and girlfriends made his girlfriend feel comfortable. How important is that for the team? When all the wives and girlfriends get along and the families click, is that like the underrated important element of a team?
I mean, I think it's very important.
Like, who are you hanging with? Who are you and your family hanging with? Like, is there a teammate or a player and his wife that you guys have dinner with?
I think everyone hangs out. Typically how the NFL works is, obviously we're split in position groups, so you spend a lot of time with guys who play your position, and the more time you spend with them, then your wives can connect and get together, and then, we also have team events that, they all kind of share some time together. But I think it's very important. You don't want, a lot of drama away from the field, so, we can focus on playing football and making sure that, our families and everybody's happy and copacetic.
Arik Armstead on the Covino and Rich show. Speaking of hanging out, how much time do you actually spend in the city of San Francisco? Because you guys spend a lot of time in Santa Clara.
You guys are in Santa Clara. Do you go to the Bay Area often or no?
I mean, I'm a NorCal kid, so I've been to San Francisco a lot. In season, you don't really get up there too much. Maybe a couple times, I go to some Warrior games or get up to the city, go to dinner. And but
people just calling you out left and right, though, because you're a big guy. You stand out. They recognize you.
Yeah. Some people,
Does that feel good when you're with your lady, too? Does that still mean anything to you?
Nah, it's kind of regular now. I mean, I'm not ultra, famous or anything like that. Like, I could still go to a grocery store and not be bothered. So I like that. And then sometimes some people do notice me. So I haven't had that ultra like, dang, this is a lot, type famous. So I'm cool where I'm at. I like that. I can still, kind of have some time, go to the grocery store if I want to, and be cool.
I know you're probably most worried about your side of the ball, but as a Niners fan, I'm even thinking, like, what are they going to do with the quarterback position? You got Trey, you got Brock, who's hurt, and how long that timeline is. Looks like Jimmy G's gone. Brady retired. So do you even concern yourself with the offense, or you're like, no, that's not my department?
Not my department.
But is there you have opinions?
No, I don't actually. No, I really don't. I think we have great. We've been fortunate and blessed to have a multitude of great players at that position, and continue to win in the face of adversity. I think if any other team, started where they got hurt, see all the season's over with. But not us. Our starter get hurt, our backup got hurt, and we're still winning games.
I saw Fred Warner, gave a ton of confidence for Brock Purdy when he got in there, saying that, in practice he faces the best defense in the league. Was that the sentiment? I mean, I know that's a nice thing to say to pump up your young guy, but you guys felt like all along, like, yo, Brock's good.
I mean, I don't think anyone can just say, yeah, I knew 100% sure that he was going to go
out there. Had to be a little panic
out there and ball, but I would say this: the way he carried himself gave us some confidence, and the way he carried himself with confidence, and he was assertive. So we knew he had something different about himself, and then he went out there and started making plays and helping us win games, and everybody kind of saw it for themselves.
Speaking of the quarterback situation, when you see a guy like Trey Lance tweeting out that he could potentially want to play for the Titans, do you think the media reads too much into that, or your thoughts on that?
Your player personnel guy went to the Titans as the GM, and Trey Lance tweeted out, like, fingers crossed. And it's like, ooh, what does that mean?
I think y'all reading into that too much. I mean, this means locked in. Like,
could be
so
locked in.
If they're cool, that he's saying, like, we're locked in for, like, even though you're leaving, like, you my guy, we're locked in.
Okay.
I think y'all some people reach on.
We make a lot out of nothing. Now, you also played basketball growing up in high school.
Yeah, and in college too.
So, 2 questions: who's your favorite player outside of NFL? Your favorite athlete outside of the NFL?
I'll say LeBron. I mean, he inspired me, off the court too, and everything he's doing with I Promise School, and everything he's done in the community. It's really inspiring and motivates me to do more for the people where I'm from.
So how do you feel about the last few days?
Yeah, who's going to make a bigger impact?
Kevin Durant. Yeah, what's your thoughts?
KD in Phoenix or Kyrie in Dallas?
It was crazy to watch LeBron do what he did. It's just wild that, like, so much time has passed. I remember him first coming to the league when I was, much younger, and it's almost over, kind of. Yeah. You got to enjoy it, So that was crazy to see. And then, all the trades in the NBA was definitely crazy to see. KD coming here to Phoenix. It's going to be wild. Basketball is definitely getting interesting, and all this has happened before the All-Star break. So there's going to be a bunch of time for these teams to gel. So we'll see how it goes.
Now, I'm guessing your mind is always on football, but like a fan, do you switch a little bit? Like, once the Super Bowl's over, then it's like, now I'm in a little bit of an NBA zone. Do you pay attention to all the other sports, or are you too zoned into football?
Yeah, no, I pay attention. I'm a big basketball fan, of course. Used to play it, so I pay attention. I wouldn't say, I'm locked in, but I'm still watching games and going to games. Go to Kings games, and I go to when I'm in the Bay, I go to some Warriors games. So. For sure.
Let me ask you, when you seem like a chill guy, George Kittle seems like a maniac. What are the mix of personalities so important in the locker room? Like, what does a guy like Kittle bring? Because I feel like even during interviews, the guy's just hilarious.
Nah, Kittle is definitely a rare breed, but he's also chill too. When we're just going about our day, he's a chill guy too. But definitely entertaining, definitely a lot of fun to be around. He brings that energy out of people. It's definitely needed, in our locker room and on our team. He's a tone setter, energy bringer, and it's a lot of fun.
Arik, is there a lot of ball busting for Jimmy Garoppolo about his looks? Like, look at this handsome guy. Because it seems like he
maybe
over the
we
years,
make a bigger deal about it.
Yeah, like do people? Are you guys constantly like, look at this guy?
I mean, me personally, no. I mean,
like
Jim,
that. You remember that clip when they were at the Warriors game and all the women went up to him?
Yeah, I mean, that's for them to have that type of reaction. No, but Jimmy's a great dude. A great guy. Been a teammate of mine for some time now, and has been a great teammate for sure.
Arik Armstead seemed like a humble guy too. How do you use your celebrity perks to maybe get courtside at a game, or do you use it for anything at all?
Do you just have to make one quick call? Or
no? Reservations. Yeah. I mean, how do you do anything?
Like I said, I'm not that famous, so I might have to make a couple calls or have somebody call for me. I'm not the type to kind of use that. I just feel a little awkward kind of doing it, name dropping and stuff. But
right.
I've been blessed, to have some notoriety and get access to some things.
Arik, after a game, you see it more than ever now, where battle's over, guys are bro hugging everyone on the other team. Are you able to check out of the game mindset and just be like, hey, we're all NFL players, great game, or do you carry that over? Like, if you lost, are you like wanting to hug anyone?
It depends what happened in the game. I mean, if guys was talking and we got into it, or you did something dirty, then definitely not messing with you. But for the most part, people have respect when they play. People play the game the right way. Yeah, it's all love and respect.
Arik Armstead, my one last question. Again, you're nominated Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year. Congratulations on that,
awesome.
By the way. That is awesome.
Big deal,
There's
man.
a lot of pressure for you. Like, now you really got to be that guy.
Not
saying that you're not that guy, but now you really got to be that guy.
No, not really. I do what I feel is, my responsibility. I feel I have a responsibility to give back to my community, to create change, to impact lives, and I love doing it. And so that's what I choose to do. I look at the world, I look at society, and try to find ways to have impact and create change and leave this earth a better place than when I found it. And
nice.
That's just what I'm about. And so it's natural for me. And that's how I go about it. And Nationwide is the presenting sponsor for the Walter Payton Award this year, and they have really elevated this award, and it's a huge honor. So I'm really excited about honors this evening, and we'll see what happens. But even being a nominee is an amazing accomplishment, and so shout out to the rest of the 31 nominees as well.
I was going to say, tonight is NFL honors. Kelly Clarkson's there.
Okay.
Rihanna, the halftime show. What type of music are you into? Who's some of your favorite artists?
Some of my favorite artists are Nipsey Hussle, J. Cole, Drake. I've been on some Afro beats, so Burna Boy, Wizkid, and I like some old school music too. My dad put me on back in the day. So yeah.
What's all like? Yeah. Give me one example.
One example. Frankie Beverly and Mace.
Okay.
The Isley Brothers.
Nice. Okay.
So
real old school.
Yeah.
All right. So hey, before you go, man, it's the Super Bowl. So let's get to the Tupperware Bowl of Justice. Just one question, and thanks again for hanging out, Arik Armstead.
What do we got?
Here we got
your wife or girlfriend pet name.
Yeah. What's your wife or girlfriend? You have a wife. Her pet name for you.
I don't know if it's a pet name, but she calls me Giant. And I call her Minnie.
All right, nice.
Because she's short. And
nice.
So she calls me Giant.
Congratulations on everything, man. Giant.
Arik Armstead. Thanks, man. Thanks for being here.
Appreciate you.